Are you terrified of the possibility of World War III? You need to watch this if you struggle with finding safety in a world at war. The world watches with bated breath. Global tensions are rising and the stakes have never been higher. Regional conflicts simmer and threaten to boil over, creating a volatile mix that could ignite at any moment. The spectre of a wider war, once unthinkable, now looms large, casting a shadow over the future of humanity. In these uncertain times, it's natural to wonder where one might find safety if the worst were to happen. The anxiety is palpable and the search for answers becomes ever more urgent. Could there be havens, places of refuge from the storm of global conflict? The quest for such sanctuaries is as old as conflict itself. The search for safe havens is not new. Throughout history, people have sought places of safety during times of turmoil. History is replete with examples of populations seeking refuge from war, persecution, and natural disasters. The human spirit's resilience is tested time and again. Often the most vulnerable are forced to flee their homes, seeking safety wherever it can be found. The journey is fraught with peril, but the hope for a better future drives them forward. But in a world increasingly interconnected, where can true safety be found when the entire global order is threatened? The challenges are more complex than ever before. In this video, we will explore potential safe havens in a world at war. We will delve into the possibilities and limitations of various locations. We will examine various locations, each with its own unique advantages and disadvantages. From mountainous regions to secluded islands, the options are diverse. From the well-prepared neutrality of Switzerland to the remote isolation of islands like New Zealand, each place offers different forms of security and challenges. We will analyze the factors that might make a place resilient in the face of global turmoil. Geography, political stability, and self-sufficiency are just a few of the elements to consider. However, it's important to remember that no place is truly immune to the effects of a global catastrophe. The interconnected nature of our world means that crises can spread rapidly. Even the most isolated and self-sufficient locations would face challenges. Resources can become scarce, and isolation can lead to other unforeseen difficulties. Our exploration will therefore not just focus on geographical advantages, but also on the human element. The strength of communities and their ability to work together is crucial. Ultimately, the safest havens may lie not just in physical locations, but in the resilience, adaptability, and spirit of cooperation that humans are capable of. It is this spirit that has seen us through countless challenges in the past, and will continue to do so in the future. Switzerland, nestled amongst the majestic peaks of the Alps, has long been synonymous with neutrality, a concept that has defined its national identity. For centuries, it has remained uninvolved in major conflicts, serving as a neutral ground for diplomacy and a safe haven for refugees from all over the world. This neutrality is enshrined in international treaties and deeply ingrained in Swiss culture, influencing everything from politics to daily life. Beyond its political stance, Switzerland boasts a high level of preparedness, ensuring the safety and security of its citizens. The country has a long tradition of civil defense, with a comprehensive network of shelters capable of accommodating its entire population in times of crisis. Its citizens are also required to undergo military training, ensuring a high level of readiness in case of conflict or emergency situations. However, Switzerland is not without vulnerabilities, and these must be acknowledged. The nation is heavily reliant on imports, particularly for essential resources like food and energy, which are critical for its survival. In a prolonged global conflict, maintaining these vital supply lines could prove challenging and potentially jeopardize its stability. Moreover, while its mountainous terrain offers a degree of natural protection, it also limits arable land and resource availability, posing additional challenges. Despite these limitations, Switzerland remains a strong contender for a safe haven, thanks to its strategic planning and foresight. Its long history of neutrality, coupled with its robust infrastructure and preparedness measures, makes it a beacon of stability and security in an increasingly uncertain world.
Thousands of miles from major continents, island nations like New Zealand and Iceland offer a different kind of sanctuary, far removed from the hustle and bustle. Their remoteness, once considered a disadvantage, now becomes a strategic advantage in the face of global conflict. New Zealand, with its vast agricultural capacity and low population density, has the potential for high levels of self-sufficiency and sustainability. Its isolation makes it less likely to be drawn into conflicts or targeted directly by adversaries. Similarly, Iceland, with its geothermal energy resources and abundant fishing grounds, enjoys a high degree of resource independence and resilience. These island nations are not entirely immune to global events and their impacts. They rely on international trade and are vulnerable to disruptions in shipping lanes and supply chains. Climate change also poses a significant threat, particularly to island ecosystems and coastal communities. Nevertheless, the combination of geographic isolation and self-sufficiency makes these islands appealing refuges for those seeking safety. Their ability to provide for their populations even amidst global disruptions could prove invaluable in a world at war or in crisis. Turning our attention to continental locations, we find potential safe havens in remote, sparsely populated regions where the vastness of the land offers a natural barrier against large-scale human activities. Namibia, a vast and arid country in southern Africa, exemplifies this perfectly with its expansive deserts and rugged terrain. Its low population density and harsh desert environment make it unattractive for large-scale invasion or occupation, providing a natural deterrent against external threats. Namibia's isolation fosters a degree of self-reliance among its inhabitants who have developed unique ways to thrive in such a challenging environment. Its people have adapted to harsh conditions and learned to live sustainably with limited resources, showcasing remarkable resilience and ingenuity.
Furthermore, its stable political climate and commitment to peace add to its appeal as a potential safe haven, making it a beacon of stability in a tumultuous region. However, Namibia faces significant challenges that cannot be overlooked. Its arid climate and limited water resources could be further strained by climate change and an influx of refugees, potentially exacerbating existing vulnerabilities. Its reliance on imports for certain essential goods also poses a potential vulnerability, as disruptions in global supply chains could have severe impacts.
Despite these limitations, Namibia's isolation, coupled with its resilient population and peaceful character, makes it an interesting case study in finding safety through remoteness and self-sufficiency. Its example highlights the potential for finding refuge in unexpected places, far from the traditional centers of power and conflict, where the human spirit can adapt and thrive against all odds.
If you found this exploration of Namibia's unique resilience inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Share this video with your friends and family to spread the word about the incredible stories of survival and adaptation around the world.